Hey you guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am Veronica and this is Because She Plans, and I just finished setting up my A5 Rosey Life Planner. It is the Flow Planner. Very excited to have received my A5 earlier than what I was anticipating. Just a quick little backstory. If you haven't watched some of the other videos that I previously posted, I had ordered an A6 or a B6 and an A5, and I'm a B6 girl. I've always used, or for a long time I've used B6, and I just really had been feeling like I might want to switch over to an A5, which is why I ordered both. The B6 was pink and the A5 was almond. I didn't love the almond. I mostly set up the B6 and decided, yeah, I think I really want, excuse me, I think I really want an A5. So I placed another order for a A5 pink planner, sold the almond, and got this cover as a temporary cover from Aura Estelle. And when I first pulled it, I didn't think I loved the color, but I actually do really like it now that the setup is all done. But it's only going to be temporary because I feel like there's not a whole lot of room to grow there, but that's okay. It's a good starting one. I have one on order, a leather cover. I'm really excited to get that one, although it's gonna be a huge contrast to this pink. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And so what I plan to do actually is, I forgot to put this back in here to show you guys, but we got these little dashboards, or I'm not sure what you call them, but they're jelly, and I loved it so much. And it is from the Rosey Life Planner, and so it's super cute. It has her signature hearts and her logo, and the theme, if I don't have a white paper here, sorry you guys, but the theme of this is basically the same as the boxes and everything that we got. And so when she sent it, how she sent it is that it was too tall for the B6 and too short and narrow for the A5. At the moment I thought I was going with a B6, so I had a friend cut it and sew it to alter it to fit the B6, which was great. But now that I'm in the A5, I do really think that I'm going to keep it right here probably, because I don't want to hide it completely, and it's a great place to put my pen. This pen, you guys, comes from the Rosey Life Advent. I believe it is a fine nib, and I just met someone in our communications about Rosey Life Planner and all the things we love about it. Made a new friend, and she advised me on some ink that would work well for me and my planning style, and I'm pretty excited to get to share that with you guys here in the near future. But for now, I think I've decided to use this one and see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get started. I had fun setting up all my pockets here. Sorry guys, dropped my thing. Okay, I had fun setting up my pockets, and this is from Rosey Life Planner. I ordered an extra one of these. This came in our Advent, the personalized magnet. I love it so much. This, I believe, was also part of the Advent. This is an old bow, or not old, but a bow vinyl or die cut from Rosey Life Planner that I got previously. The the word of the year for the Rosey Life Planner, growth. I'm glad that I got this, and so I put it in here. And then the day after my birthday, I didn't work, and it was my birthday holiday, and the kids took me out to breakfast, and there was some few things in the restaurant. There was a little shop, and there was a local artist that had some cards and stickers, and I loved this one, so I thought it'd be fun to put it in here. I think it goes really well. This bow magnet is from the Advent, and this one I think is from one of the themed kits that I just ordered. This all came, or not all this, but some of the extra things that I ordered and the planner ended up coming on Christmas Eve, which was great because on Christmas Eve I put up a video of the B6, I was anxiously awaiting for this to get here, and I had a tracker that said it would be here on Monday, which I was really bummed because I was like, my whole holiday weekends and time off is going to come and go, and I'm not going to get to work on it. But it did end up coming that afternoon, and what I was mistaken by, what is coming on Monday, is the January kit that hasn't made it here yet. So next week I will share with you my January setup, but for now let's go through this. So on my other video, I did state that I was not going to deconstruct the B6 planner, because if I decided I didn't like the A5, I would have the B6 to go and back plan and then move forward in 2026. The only thing that I did remove were a couple of things, and that was this page. This was my cover, and of course that fit the whole thing. Seeing how my Advent was ordered in a B6, I had to request some, or order in my recent order with this planner, order some vellums and things, and order some things in the size of A5. I have my regular monthly subscription kits coming in A5, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, I used another vellum that matches the box in here on the front and the back, and I just did the front and the back because I wanted the her wording to show from her planner. And then I just added a bow. I had mentioned this before. I was a little sad when Linda said that they removed the bows from on top of the planners before production, but she was so kind to include them, and so I got to add mine there. And then this page is exactly the same as my B6, other than I had to reorder, and what came on Christmas Eve was 2 pages of stickers from the September kit, another PET roll so I could get this typewriter, she shows dry brink, and then I added this was not in there, but these are from the Advent. This is from the Advent, this washi cutter. They're currently on pre-order. If you guys want one, you should go grab one. I don't know how long her pre-order is for, but I did see that she was doing a pre-order. And then I glued the next 2 pages down, and I have plans for this, just waiting on some things to arrive. And then I ordered this in a B5 or A5, and it came on Christmas Eve. You know that this isn't from the kits because it's in rose gold, but it's okay. It says my planner is the moment. And then I had this done in the B6, except for it had little hearts. And I, in my box of 2026 setup stuff, I had some bows I had ordered. I don't remember where. I think Saucy Sticker Co. or something like that. But anyway, I thought it would be cuter and fit the theme better if I put bows there. I don't use this to reference a lot, so I just wanted to decorate it. I have plans here. I got some inspo from Hobo Kiki on YouTube that I'm going to do with these 2 pages, just not ready for that yet. And then I did change up the weather a little bit. I always use these pages for weather. This washi tape is from the Advent calendar, and then I found some different things because in the B6 I had used the jar lights from the September kit of Rosey Life Planner. But I found these washies and these little things in my stash, and I wanted to use that instead. And so that takes care of the whole year for weather. And then this I love. This is probably one of my favorite pages. I had done something very similar in the B6, and I was really sad because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get the same florals that I had used. And I didn't know what I was going to use. And going through all of my things, I did find in my PET rolls for the vintage travel, it had these roses and these bows. And so I went ahead and pulled them to use. This washi tape is from, I just ripped it up, but it's from Rosey Life Planner, from one of the monthly subscription kits. And then this butterfly is from my newest addiction, and I had used that before. What I added different is I added the Edison lights, and then that's pretty much it. But as I mentioned, Linda had been sharing about growth without burnout being the theme for 2026, and it spoke to me, and I adopted that as my word of the year, which is why I was excited that we got this little magnet here. But anyway, love this page, love the color of the florals, had just the perfect amount of florals, so that was good. Had fun doing that. And then this page right here, I also had in my B6. I ordered another one of these stickers of the US, and basically it's going to say places I've been to as of 2026. So obviously I didn't do all these in 2026, but the only thing I regretted on this page was that I used the PET tape florals from the Advent instead of the stickers from the sticker pages, because they're so shiny and it was really, really pink. So I came back in and added some of the vintage travel stickers to be able to kind of break it up a little bit, and I like how it came out in the end. But then, as I mentioned before, normally I use B6, so I have this B6 vellum from the vintage travel, and it says the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And then this page I decorated kind of the same, to use it in the same way, but I used Advent and vintage stickers here. And basically what I'll do is document each month's travels here. I travel for work, travel to see family, and then any vacations or things that we take will be added there. I'm not quite sure how many is this section yet, but I had fun putting that together. And then this page I haven't done anything with yet. I'm waiting on some things to arrive. This blotter page, I added this little pink tab to the top of it so that I could find where I have it at. I wrote the very first things in my planner. As I mentioned earlier, that I didn't intend to deconstruct the B6 planner, because if I had to go back into it, I wanted to be able to. But I did end up taking off these stickers. These were the other things that I removed. That way I could write in, I really liked this page on my B6, so I wanted to write in my process for selecting my planners for this year. And then you get into the actual functionality of the planner, and again, I'm waiting for Monday to come. I have some ideas for this blank page. This I will use for doctor appointments and things, and if I have more than one appointment in a day, I can spread it across. I'll have 3 sections, which I think is pretty cool. At least that's the intent as of right now. And then this monthly calendar I use very functionally. I use it every month, and I reference it often. And then this tracker page is really cool because I always in my planners track habits, but also shopping will go here. Movies or TV that I watch for the month of January will go here. This will be my kit tracker, and then here I'm going to track YouTube and Instagram, and I'll have one more little tracker for I can't say no spend because I know I won't do that, but very low spend. So I will highlight if I succeeded in that each day. And then you get into the vertical weekly, and in here I will do written memories. So that's the memory planner part of my book, my catch-all. And then here, this is my very functional. This will be where my page will be open to as I go through each day, each week. But this setup is very similar to what I've been doing, so this will continue to be work. This will be personal. And then here, what I will be tracking is to-dos, to-buys, like my shopping list for the week, and then important and, just specific this week type items. I will take a little section here to put in the important things that happened this week, so that when I'm thumbing through my planner, I can quickly find an important occurrence rather than having to search through the monthly or each weekly to see when that specific thing occurred. And then you have your other weeks. And then once you're done with all the weeks in that month, you get to your daily pages. This is where I'll be journaling and adding photos, that sort of thing. So again, the memory part of it, I don't throw my planners away. I keep them. I keep them, you know, the functionality side of it, like my appointments and that, is not that important for people to see later. But I do like just having one book versus multiple different books for this kind of information. And so this page will just be a fun decorative page. An overflow page is how I've used it in the past. We'll see how I use it in this A5. And then you just go on to the next month. The tabs are the same as the B6 from the same shop, except for that the other ones were abbreviated so that they could fit in the book. And then this page, I can't remember if it came from the Advent or the pre-order for the planners, but either way, that I will have this page, probably be using this for wherever I am journaling at the moment. Oh, and I have one more thing. Sorry, guys. This other little bow tab will mark my pen test page. It's a little hard to see there, but this will be a lot of fun. If I need an additional page for pen test, I could put it here. I did not pen test this pen here, which is the fountain pen, and I think it's pretty good. It doesn't stick, it doesn't skip. It is a little bit thicker maybe than what I wanted, but I didn't pen test it because I had pen tested it in the B6, but I guess I probably should have. And also, if you look, it's not bleeding through at all. There's a tiniest bit of shadow, but not too bad at all. So that concludes my setup. Here's this tab, and then I don't know if I shared about this tab. Just gets me quick to the weather because I update that each time. And then here are the monthly, weekly, and today. I like this because it gets you to, I may have said this earlier. If I did, I apologize, but it gets you to the monthly section, and then obviously the weeklies and the today. But anyway, I had a great time putting this together. I did a little bit of it on, actually I think I did it all yesterday and then finished up today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick little setup, and I have more to share. If you like this video, or if you like this content, please hit like. You're welcome to subscribe, and I'd love to hear a comment about what planner you chose for 2026 and if you have your setup complete. I'm going to have so much fun in this flow planner. I just can't wait to keep going. But I have to wait till Monday, so we'll hang tight for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know how your setup is going, or if you've already started in yours. I guess next week is when the new week starts for the end of the year and beginning of the year, which I will do that week in my 2025 planner, but I also will do it in my 2026. One other quick thing to note that'll be a lot of fun, I think, is that I will be setting up my months with the Rosey Life Planner kits, but also I intend to, at least for January and February, because I have already purchased them, is for January. There were so many great New Year kits. I have a bunch of kits to use in January and a bunch of kits to use in February, and so I'm just so excited to get started. If you'd like to follow me on this journey and join me, I would love to have you. Thank you for those of you who are coming back to watch. Thank you for that. And as I'm looking at this, guys, sorry, one more thing. I realized that I forgot to add this, and I want this to be part of my planner setup. I just don't know how I'm going to use it yet. We got this with the pre-order of the planners. This was part of that. If you bought one or more, I think it was. And I was super grateful for this because it's super cute. I just don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I forgot to include this. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.